Hey. What? It is episode 181. Good morning. How are you? It's Monday morning. I hope you're ready to attack the day, attack Mondays. Mondays is all about momentum. Just win the first hour and I promise you, you will win the day. It is momentum. It will carry you through. Okay, so welcome to the podcast. By the way, many people are now tuning on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 anywhere. Instagram. I think we're on Insta as well. But this is a daily podcast. If you want to, you can go across to the audio version and you can go on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from, and you can listen there. And by the way, any rating and review would be amazing. I really appreciate it. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Today should be a very, very short episode, but you know what I get on? I get on a little rant, don't I? We are talking about fear. And we are talking about your number one fear, what your number one fear should be. And I know my number one fear is not CV-19, not worrying about disease, It is regret. Your number one fear right now should be regret. It shouldn't be CV-19. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be aware of situations, circumstances, but forget CV-19, forget cancer, forget anything else. Your number one regret in life has to be the fear of regret. Not taking action. That is my biggest fear. When I look back on my life, when I'm in my 50s and 60s and 70s, the one thing that I never ever want to say, I could have done this, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have been that, I could have been successful. I never ever want to say that. I would rather try and fail than never ever try. And I want every person out there, please, if you ever take notice of me, please take notice of me today, because a life with regret is an unhappy life. Please don't have any regret. Just go forth and take massive action. Just imagine, what would you do if you couldn't fail? That's a question for every single person listening right now. What would you do today, tomorrow, whatever it may be, in life, in relationships, asking a girl out, whatever it may be? What would you do if you couldn't fail? It's a really, really deep question. You would do so much. You would take massive action. Look at the regret. If I wouldn't have spoke to Claire that night, if I wouldn't have tried my very best to get a date with Claire, I would never be married to Claire right now. I would never have two beautiful kids. My storage site, Stormore. Do you think it was the guy? He was a 30,000 square foot building, and what he wanted a big national firm. He didn't want to deal with little old me. Oh no, it was a prime location. And what did I do? I badgered him. I did a business plan. I made sure that I had, if the decision went against me, I had no regrets. I did all I could do. The house that we're hopefully moving into, I did absolutely everything I could to make sure we got the house. No regrets. All I want you to do now is take massive action on whatever it is that you want and crave and desire, and have no regrets. If you don't get it, if it's not successful, you've got no regrets. That is the biggest blessing for anybody's life, having no regrets. It's so important. And don't get me wrong, it can be scary. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay if you fail. It's okay if you don't get the girl or the boy. It's okay if the interview didn't go right for a certain job. It's okay if you didn't, insert any reason here. It's okay. As long as you took massive action and did your very, very best, then you can live life knowing that you have got no regrets. Can you imagine being 70, 80, 90, 100 years old on your deathbed and knowing, oh man, this genuinely is painful for me to even say, let alone think about, let alone act out, let alone be part of my life. Can you imagine being on your deathbed and knowing that you could have done more in your life? Oh, God, kill me now. Oh, no, don't kill me now. I can't imagine it. So use that as fuel. You have to be fueled by that. Can you imagine just lying there knowing that you could have been so much more? You could have done so much more. Live without regret. That is the biggest advice that anybody can give to anybody. Live a life without regret. Right, my friends, what we're talking about tomorrow, we are talking about good being the enemy of great. Oh, yeah. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a rating and review. That would be absolutely awesome. I don't know why I sang then. Right, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.